Good morning from race day. Unfortunately not for us here in Phoenix, Arizona. But even though we're not racing, as much as we would genuinely love to be, there's nothing we'd rather be doing. But we are working on getting the second car together today for me to make some test passes and hopefully get my fuel car license tomorrow morning. So today, what we're going ahead and doing is we just put a rack in it not too long ago. Tyler's fixing to put the clutch back in it not too long, and we'll get it put together. And then tonight we're also going to belt me in it, get me strapped in, make sure everything fits, I reach everything, and tow me around for a little bit so I can get used to this car. Because I've driven the Fool's Errand, but each of these cars is different in their own little way. So I'm just going to get in and make sure I'm good and comfortable in the car, and then we'll push it up to the line and walk me through the staging process and everything that goes into that so that we can make sure I'm as prepared as possible for tomorrow. Also, just took a few minutes, and we always have a Bible verse or something on the car, and this is what I've chosen to put on my car. So if you guys don't know what it means, go look it up. And I think it's pretty cool, so I'm happy with it. Plus the silver matches the car, which looks great. How you feeling about tomorrow?
I'm feeling good.
Nice shirt you got there.
I like it.
Yeah?
Limited edition.
Limited edition, that's for sure. And Tyler?
Hey man. His shirt's fitted. His cross is waxed. Chain is straight. Not the
It's all about family. It's all about family.
Dominique Toretto.
Alright, right now, working on getting suited up. Austin and Dad are gonna belt me in, adjust all the belts, make sure I'm not flopping around like a fish. What a guy. Make sure I'm not flopping around like a fish, and I am gonna be flopping around like a fish. Why is that?
Pull these belts right here as hard as they come.
He's talking about the waist crotch belts, just FYI. Yeah. Put my shoes on, get my helmet on. Here we go.
Now push on the top.
How we feeling? What's up, brother? Oh, this is cool. Not really quite sure what to do with my hands quite yet. Nah, it's cool. It's weird sitting back in here again. Like talked about in my other video how I went and got in trouble and lost my privileges to do this, and sitting in here and being ready to do it again reminds me how cool this stuff is and how lucky I am to get to do it. That Dad's given me the opportunity to do it, and hopefully I can keep a hold of that and keep that in sight. So, plus this Arizona sunset is absolutely banging.
Alright guys, so like right now we're just pulling him up. He's going up to, we're going up to drive down the racetrack just to prepare for tomorrow. So basically he knows where, where everything's at, and just to give him a little feel for the car. Alright guys, Blaine here. So what we just did is we practiced basically every procedure he would be in, and we've talked through every procedure. Terry's done his job. Now we're going to tell him down the racetrack just so he has a feel for the racetrack in the tow vehicle. So yeah.
Hey, you got your spacers over.
Alright, we just passed the, I think that's 8th mile right there. That's 8th mile/hour cone. And this is 1,000 foot right there. Now we are on the top end.
Sunrises and sunsets here are absolutely fantastic. So, good morning. It's Monday morning. Let's do this. I got my breakfast of champions there, waiting on all the guys to come outside, and it's Time to, as Clay would put it, go stomp on that lad path. How we doing, Austin?
I don't know yet. Kind of nosebleed.
It's a bad start to the day.
Like when I woke up. You guys complained about Lizzo and then sang Lizzo. Confusing day so far.
That's clearly noted.
Yeah.
Haley complained about Lizzo, and then we all sang the song.
All I know is
Facts.
the truth hurts.
And Chachi?
Been alright, my buddy's about to go 0 to 60 and
Really fast?
not enough seconds.
How we doing, little buddy?
Good, just making sure you're not gonna do some wheelies out there.
That's good, I'd appreciate that.
I found it.
Yeah, well, good catch.
Chachi found the issue here, so we're just double checking everything.
Had a stripped out bolt on the wheelie bar, so they're taking care of that. Also, nice shirt you got there. That's an OG vintage one.
OG shirt here.
Looking demure. Alright, a few minutes. I gotta run down and get the tech card, and then as soon as Dad gets back from taking Heather to the airport, we're gonna fire this thing up and haul it up there, and goal is for me to be the first car on track. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Gotta say, all dressed up in my little suit makes me think of Austin's daughter in her little princess outfit. So, feel very pretty, very prepared in my little princess suit that we got going on here. But seriously, time to get my head in the game and let's do this. Let's do this.
You must pay at the Firebird Administration Office before you bring your car to the staging lot.
Terry, right on the blower.
Get that silent. Don't pull on high.
Here we are, live at Firebird Raceways. McKailen Haddock is ready to make his moderate path run in a nitro funny car. How do you feel about this, McKailen?
I don't know what to do with my hands. No, this is cool.
Enough explanation for me. And there's his proud father, Terry Haddock, world famous. There's Blaine. He's
Buddy.
almost 18.
Buddy.
Almost famous. Almost famous.
Dear Lord, we want to make sure Kaylin has a lot of fun today. We want to keep him safe in this race car and bless everybody that's working on this race car and taking time off from work. We want to keep all the track management safe while we have a lot of fun today. And bless us as we have a lot of fun and keep Kaylin safe and have fun. In Jesus' name, amen.
You see where the 330 is out there? Because there's a guy blocking the 60. Yeah. You see the second group of cones. That's the 8 mile. Drive it to where you're comfortable. You'll be able to see. It's going to jump up on the tire. It's going to be smooth. You're going to be able to see. It's going to be fun. Okay? That doesn't make you clear it off. If you're not comfortable, you shut it off. We have all day. We'll do it again. Okay? There's no pressure. Just make sure you listen. Take your time. Okay? Think about everything I told you. You're in there, you get to do this. The whole world wants to. So show us you can do it. You did great in a little car. This is no different. In fact, this is going to be easy. Okay? And I love you very much. Love you too.
How's it going? Good. That was cool. That was really cool. Yes, sir, they are. Woo! Man, that thing's got a little more kick than the nostalgia car. Yeah. Like, oh, I'm already at the 330. Oh, there's the 660. Yeah, what's up? Man, that was cool. So to be completely honest, that thing scared the life out of me when I got out there, and it started going way left, and I corrected it, I think. Still working on the slowing everything down in my head, but it still went in the 1,000 foot, 588, and I lifted it like 350, 400 feet. So that's cool. 139 miles an hour over the 660, and I wasn't on the gas. So that's awesome. We're gonna get this thing turned around and do it again. Well, this dude told me I should be an influencer or something, get famous on YouTube. So that run completely just got scared to a certain extent. It was probably 400 feet out there, and this car has so much more kick than the Fool's there, and it's like, whoa, wait, what? Did a little bit of a bigger burnout than I was supposed to, but it looked like one of Dad's burnouts, so getting reprimanded for it, but also I think Dad's smiling secretly on the inside that I did a cool burnout. We're getting this thing turned around. It went way left out there, and I corrected it. You can tell in the videos. I honestly don't remember anything from after I staged, so I'm still working on getting the brain part of it figured out, where your brain slows down and processes everything, but that's just run. So we're gonna get it turned around, go up there, and I'm gonna hold my foot to the floor longer this time. Put my foot to the floor until I see a checkered God or a checkered flag. How we looking, Austin?
As he gets the tow housing put on there, I'm gonna adjust some valves, see if we get some heavier weights for this foot. See what happens this time.
How we doing, buddy?
Good, I'm just the cylinder head guy, and then I'm the clutch assistant.
Busy guy.
We're gonna go shrimping.
Yeah, he's the busy one.
Time to get the princess suit back on. Let's do this. On our way up, dude. That silver pops up there. Whew.
Wow! There's the scoreboard right there. I don't know if you can even see it. 483, 220.
Alright, as the day goes on, I get more and more dirty and nasty looking. I need a shower, but that's not happening until I get home tonight. That run we ran, I think I ran 481 at 242 miles an hour. 242 miles an hour is absolutely crazy to think about. I think I drove it all the way that time. I'm not 1,000% sure, but I think I did. But right now I'm mixing nitro so that we can go up there and try and make one more and get my license officially done. So Dad's over there throwing a clutch in. Half the guys had to leave. Chachi and Tyler had to run to the airport so they didn't miss their flights, but I appreciate them being here at all today because they're missing work, missing their families, missing their dogs, so I do appreciate it. I'm going to finish getting this nitro mix. I got to run and grab my time slip, and then I think Dad should, looks like Dad's starting to put a clutch in out there, so things are going smoothly-ish.
No, 251, 45, 251.
251, that's it.
I got out of the car screaming, hooting, and hollering at the top end. I was yelling at the safety guys. That was the coolest thing ever. I could tell I drove that thing. That wasn't no Sunday drive to the buffet. I zigged when I should have zigged. I zagged when I should have zagged. that was freaking awesome. That was really, really cool, and I got the mile an hour I need. I should have my full-fledged Nitro Funny Car license, which is absolutely insane. I told that Lucius guy doing some driving. I don't even know what the time slip was, but that was awesome. We're gonna get this thing torn down so I can get to the airport and get home back in time for classes, and then hopefully we can do this thing again in a few weeks. Dad said earlier today, if I did a good job, did the right things, and I can find some money, we'll go do the Funny Car Chaos Classic in Ennis at the Texas Motorplex in a couple of weeks. So I better start calling about everybody I know and start hustling them for money. But that was freaking awesome, dude. So I'll see you guys in a little bit when I have collected my thoughts. I'm home, obviously. It's the day after getting to run the funny car, and I'm still struggling to process everything. You know, it's such an incredible experience. And first off, I gotta thank everybody who's been involved in this, who's watched me, who's believed in me even when I was off acting a fool. Mentioned it before, but Dad put me in our nostalgia car on my 16th birthday, and 3, 4, 5 months later I went off to college at one of the biggest party schools in Texas and got involved in the whole drinking and partying and bad stuff thing, and I put some of my friends, people I cared about, in bad situations and didn't realize there was anything wrong with it. I'd sent one of my best friends to the hospital with alcohol poisoning when him and I were having a fun night drinking and partying, and I didn't realize all that stuff that happened was as bad as it was until you get out of it. And came home from that, and Dad found out about it and absolutely whooped it out of me. And I'm grateful for it, because who knows what kind of bad path, what even further bad path or bad things would have happened had he not. And with that came the removal of my driving privileges, and I've been working my butt off since to try and earn them back, and I'm glad I did, because that was the coolest thing ever. But to everybody who sat and watched me and has been a part of this, like Dad and Heather, first off, for making it happen for me, the guys that stayed yesterday, Austin and Tyler and Blaine and Chachi, those guys stayed from work, from school, from their families, from their dogs, all that stuff. They stayed for me to help me because they wanted to be a part of it, and I appreciate that. Everybody who's invested in me, wanted to help me and be a part of my journey. Natalie Torrance, who's been a huge mentor to me, and she's always helped me out with whatever I need. Blaine's dad, Tom, Blaine's mom, Aleda, I never say it right, I always just call her Mom, but thank you to them. They, even when I was acting a fool, they believed in me, and they were hard on me, but it's because they care. And biggest out of all of them, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. When I got in trouble, seemed like there was no hope nowhere, and it got me to crack open my Bible again, and now I've worked to be a part of the community at church. I've got friends that I love seeing. I'm volunteering, and I'm a part of it, and that's the biggest thing that pulled me out of that hole when I got grounded. I was like, well, what is all this for? And then cracked open the Bible and started growing my relationship with Jesus again, and that was a big turning point. So what's next? People always say that car is like crack cocaine, only more expensive, and they're right. The past 24 hours, all I've been thinking about is how I'm going to come up with enough money to make that happen again. So I'm making every call I can. I want to do the first 2 Funny Car Chaos races. The one up in Ennis in 2 weeks, and the one at the end of April up in Tulsa. No idea how I'm going to pay for it. I'm making calls to everybody that I can. I need to come up with $6 or $7 grand for each of those 2 races. So I'm trying to find that money, and hopefully I can get somebody to believe in me and help me with that. And especially in that short of a time. There's like 9 days until that first chaos race. So I gotta hustle, but if anything, I always say never give up at the end of my videos, and it's always been a nod to Dad, and it still is, but at this point I've gotten to face some adversity, nothing like what Dad has or what Dad sacrificed to do this, but I'm starting to experience some of it. So, on that note, I'll see you guys soon. I want to go race that thing as much as possible, so I'm going to find some money, and I'll see you guys at that Funny Car Chaos event soon. Never give up.